Hey everyone, in this video I want to go over mindset and the way you're thinking about a stock may be hindering, especially if you're new. So if you're new to trading and investing, I feel like this is very, very important because it's a common mistake many people make, and I did it too back when I first started off. So a lot of people will say, let's go for example Starbucks and say, they're expensive coffee. The coffee sucks. The stock sucks. Look at the chart, how bad it is. And all that is correct. You're not wrong. But that mindset that you have, and probably 70+% of people think, is actually hindering your trading. Why? Because if everyone is thinking that way, right? That I would never buy the stock. It's only going down. It's so bad. You're crazy getting long it. If everyone's thinking that way, where's the max pain? To the upside, right? So if everyone's bearish and they have this negative sentiment, where's the stock always going to go? Up. So if you think about that for a minute, we're not buying long-term companies, saying it's a good fundamental analysis and in 10 years it's going to be higher or lower. We're looking for what the stock can do the next day, the next week, the next 2 weeks, or the next quarter if the stock has earnings upcoming. So keep that in mind when you're trading a stock. Like I mentioned a couple other names, and people were saying, the stock, it's overvalued. There's so much in debt. Well, think about the story that Amazon had, that Tesla had for many, many years. They said Amazon will never be profitable. Tesla's going bankrupt. And what happened to those companies, right? It was probably one of the best returns you could have did was buying those Amazon, those Teslas, 10, 15 years ago when everyone hated those companies. And everyone, including Wall Street analysts, were saying, they're going to go bankrupt, or, they'll never turn a profit. So again, if you're new, you might be looking at some companies and thinking, Lance, you're crazy. But again, we're following institutional order flow in the options market. It's piggybacking on the largest option orders in real time. And if someone's spending $800,000 on call options in Starbucks, they're probably smarter than me, and they're way richer than me, because that portfolio is at least, I would say at minimum, going to be anywhere between 40 to 80 million minimum just to do that trade. So whether it's a large whale, someone like one of my neighbors who's selling their house for over 32, I think it was 37 and now 32 million. If you want to look it up, just check out Odessa Mansion for Sale Lawyer. Or it's some institutional fund, they can lose way more money, and they're putting way more money on the line, right? So I tend to follow the smart money, hence my news flow scanner, and try to eliminate my bias and my emotion. You really have to be open-minded. Or sometimes, I've been seeing some like super far out the money calls on stocks, and it's like, they're crazy. The stock can never do that. Well, look how many stocks are up like 100, 200, 300% in the last month or so. Nothing is really crazy, especially in this market. Never say never, because right now, when fundamentals don't matter, when institutional investors will do anything to chase growth, right? Because they have to make up that, let's say they were in, we'll say Amazon or some other kind of crappy stock year to date, and they're not up 13% like the market. What do they have to do? They have to make a market. They're getting desperate. So they'll go into these stocks that are not at 52-week highs, and they will try to move it to get some quick return to year end, so they can look good to their investors and say, look, the market's up 13% year to date. We're up 15% year to date. That's why we charge a 2% fee to manage your money. And then obviously if they're a hedge fund, 25% profits, right? Because they want their bonuses into year end. So all I ask, keep an open mind. What's crazy can get crazier. And that goes to the upside and the downside, of course, right? And the market or an individual stock will always go where there's the max pain. It will always happen. Always go to the max pain in the short term. And that's scary, but the market is not easy, right? It is not, and it won't be easy. Right now, it can seem like it's sunshine and roses and champagne and goody everywhere. But when you start having that feeling of, oh my God, this seems too good to be true, it usually is. Or when you start saying, all my positions are up so much today, that's usually the time to take a step back, hedge. Even if you hedge and you buy QQQ puts or SQQ calls or bonds or gold, whatever, and the hedging goes to zero, it's worth paying that insurance just so your house is going to be okay, or your portfolio is going to be okay in case a hurricane hits. And that can happen at any point, just like we saw in the markets the other day where we were down like 3% and then we were gapped down the other day. It's always good to have protection. It's always good to keep an open mind. And it's always good, of course, to roll the dice a little bit and have some fun in the markets. Don't take it too serious right now, when there's so much craziness going on. Have skin in the game, but never bet the farm. See you all at 1:30.